it's day 3 of the PCT, and I am just leaving camp. It's just after 6. It is beautiful right now, but we're calling for thunderstorms later, so trying to get a hustle on to try to beat that, because we're going over what people have told us are the most sketchy snowy passes today. So definitely I'm going to try to avoid doing that in the rain if I can. One of them will be first thing this morning, so that will be okay. The other one though is like 7 miles into the day, which doesn't seem far, but at the pace we've been going, we're gonna be cutting it close. So there are a couple tent site options before the second one, so we'll plan to just check the weather once we get up there and then make a decision from there. But yeah, starting the day out with a climb and then onto the snowy rock pass traverse. Not a bad view to start off my morning. I can't complain. Camp last night was right down there in those trees. And boy, oh boy, she's cute. Made it to Rock Pass. Oh, the snow looks really scary and really steep. I think the trail goes that way and then switches down. Oh, this is really, I'm scared. I'll be honest. I'm very scared. And the bad thing about doing it first thing in the morning is that there are no like fresh prints to follow. So it's hard to tell like where the tracks or where the trail even goes. I'm gonna wait for Lucy, my hiking partner, and the rest of the group that was at camp last night. And I think we're all gonna do it together. So I'm gonna post up here and just chill for a minute. All right, so we're at Rocks Pass, and it's just really scary and sketchy. And there's another hiker up here. She said she's been up here for over an hour and can't find the trail, can't find the switchbacks. There are no footprints to follow, and I can't really like describe to you what exactly it looks like, but it's just pretty much a cliff edge of snow. And we're supposed to like go to the bottom, like way down there. But if there are no switchbacks, then it's just not possible, honestly. And it was really warm last night. I think it only got up to like 55. And so I think the snow is just melting. The switchbacks are gone. So with that in mind and the weather in mind, we've made the decision to turn around and go back to Arts Pass. We're going to try to get back tonight. It's kind of far, but we're going to try. Maybe go to like a motel in town if we can get a ride. But yeah, it sucks like coming this far and having to turn around, but with the snow and with the weather, you can't take chances. You got to be safe. So I think we're going to go back to Mazama, wait out the snow, maybe like hopefully less than a week, and then try again. It's a real bummer. But I think it's the right decision for me. So, all right, we're gonna hit the trail. Well, we were promised rain, and we got it. When we first checked the weather forecast, it said the thunderstorms aren't supposed to start until about 3, and it's about 11 now. So I'm gonna try to keep trucking, but we also, that was like 5 miles back that we got the weather forecast. We tried to get an updated one, and now it's too cloudy to update. So I don't know. I think if I hear rumbling in the distance, I'll try to like get to the nearest campsite. But The joys of backpacking. Back at it. So it is only 12:30, but I am set up in my tent. I think we have about 7 miles to Hearts Pass. There's one pretty big snow pass that is just south of where I've set up my tent. I think if I was solo hiking, I'd probably go on and go through it and try to get a little closer to Hearts Pass. That way tomorrow morning I could get into town relatively quickly. But I think Lucy is really struggling with the snow, and well, I don't want to speak for her, but I think that she would prefer to stop here for the night and then tackle the snowy pass for tomorrow. So it's just tricky because tomorrow morning, last update we got, which again was for several miles away. Sorry, I keep looking. I keep looking at my tent because I'm looking for Lucy. I'm gonna like flag her down so she doesn't pass me. But tomorrow morning and this afternoon are calling for thunderstorms. It's supposed to rain all night. So I'm just really nervous about how the snow pass will be after all that rain, and if we have to do it in a thunderstorm. So it's really cold and really rainy. But we are definitely, hopefully, going back into Mazama tomorrow. The other issue with getting to Hearts Pass later in the day tomorrow, because I was thinking, I was like, oh, I could just, we could just wait out the thunderstorm in the morning and then start hiking. But the entrance to Hearts Pass, like the road, is very remote. It's like a 10-mile gravel road. So really nobody's coming up there unless they're like doing something up there, and like realistically people aren't going to be backpacking when it's thunderstorming. So I just don't know what our likelihood of being actually like picked up from Hearts Pass would be. And there's no phone service, so a lot of things to consider. But anyways, it is what it is. It's just more of the logistical challenges. But I tell you what, I'm going to be ready for a hot shower and a bed tomorrow. So, all right, I'll keep y'all posted. So this is where I have my tent set up, and this is the snowy pass that we'll be completing tomorrow. I don't know if you can see, but right here, I'll zoom in, there are foot tracks, and that is the trail going straight up that mountain. So that's why I'm hesitant to take that on today. So I've been at camp for just under 2 hours, and Lucy has still not showed up. Last time I saw her was like, I think like 3.6 miles back, and she was taking a break. But I'm getting really worried. I don't know if she just decided to set up at one of the other campsites. My fear is that, well, I hope something didn't happen to her, but I'm also worried that maybe she didn't see my tent because I'm like tucked away in some trees and the trail is up there, and it is kind of hard to see from the trail. And I told her, obviously we have no phone service. I told her last time I saw her that I'd be at the campsite before the snowy pass. And I don't know, I'm kind of worried that maybe she interpreted that as the one on the other side of the snowy pass. And maybe I've been trying to like watch out for her, but maybe I just missed her and she went up the snowy pass alone. She can't, because there's a campsite right on the other side. It's the one that we camped at night 1. And I can see in this direction, looks like storm clouds rolling in. So I don't know, I'm just worried. It just sucks because, like, in any other situation, I would just go back to Hearts Pass and wait there for her, but, like, the snow is, like, scary. I don't want to do it alone. I don't want her to do it alone. But we have, like, no way of communicating out here. Once again, I'll be very thankful when I have my Garmin back. Luckily, she has a Garmin, so, like, obviously if she needed, you know, SOS, like, she's good. But just getting really worried. I might, go back down the trail and look for her. But, like, part of me is like, well, you know, she can take care of herself. She's got everything she needs. But the bigger part of me is like, I just want to make sure she's okay. And then it's like tomorrow, like, do I wait around thinking she's behind me and wait for her to catch up? Or do I go ahead and go because she potentially might be in front of me? Ooh. Hear that thunder? I don't know. I'm just worried about a lot of things. We'll see what happens. So it's the end of day 3 and Lucy still didn't make it to camp. I feel fairly confident that she probably stopped at one of the campsites. There's like campsite like literally a mile back. In fact, I can hear people talking in the distance from where I am because there are a bunch of switchbacks, and I think the campsite is like at the top of the switchbacks. So I'm hoping she's there. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't have done the snowy traverse alone. So the more I thought about it, the more I was like, yeah, she just stopped early because of the rain. It did storm a little bit, but it was pretty quick, and my new tent is holding up well. For anyone that was curious, I'm now using the Durston X-Mid Pro 1, and it's a trekking pole tent, so I was a little nervous about how it would do in the thunderstorm, but it seemed pretty stable, so that's good. So the plan tomorrow, you know, last weather forecast was showing a thunderstorm in the morning. I'm probably going to try to wait that out. And then hopefully Lucy comes along and we can do this snowy traverse together. Obviously, if I see any hikers like come past, I'm just going to like ask them like, hey, did you pass me, friend? But it's just so tough out here without like my phone or my Garmin. But like I said earlier, my Garmin's getting shipped to me as Tahican, so that'll be better just for like instances like this. But yeah, hopefully we'll get back to Hearts Pass in a time that, you know, I can get a hitch to town. Worst case scenario, I have to stay the night at the campground at Hearts Pass, which like isn't the worst thing, but also I'm ready to be in town. So that's the plan. I think so far nothing has gone according to plan, so we'll see how tomorrow goes. Good night.